Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for another Oracle and Tarot card reading. And this will be for the week of July the 12th. And I thought I would switch it up a bit with the Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power cards. And I'll tell you, I bought this deck a while ago. I've never used it. For some reason, it was calling to me when I went over to my card collection, and that's what we're using today. And you can use this as a pick a card reading, 1, 2, or 3, or a blended reading with all 3 cards for the week. And as I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message to me so I may share it with my viewers, the highest good of all. Ooh, and we already have a jumping card. Let's see who wants to be seen. Okay. This will be card number 1, and then the middle of the week, or card number 2, will be the center, and the end of the week will be the bottom card, or card number 3. Okay, let's see who the jumper was. Okay, so first card is card number 2, if you're into numerology, Princess Mandarava. And it says, we're first wife to Padma Sambhava. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And it says, sometimes love changes the course of a life. Yes. And how interesting is that? Because, yeah, our relationships do change the course of our life. There's so many things out there that, could have an impact on our life. And sometimes taking a loving approach, and that's what I'm getting from Spirit here, is going to be necessary for whatever it is that's going on in the beginning of this week, okay? When we take a loving approach and we emanate love, we draw love to us. The energy that we put out is the energy that we get back. And I'll tell you, it has been such intense energy, to put it mildly, that we have been going through. And it is so hard to sometimes look at the world and things that are happening with a loving eye. There's just so much going on. And I won't elaborate on that because you all know what we've been through. But what this card is telling me, and I'm reading these cards intuitively this week. I'm not referring to any guidebook or anything that I've read because honestly, I have not used this deck previously. This is the first time I'm actually shuffling the cards and, reading them. But what I'm getting from this card is that you need to take a softer approach to whatever's happening in your life. And we've gone through so much. And we try to allow these lessons and experiences to make us better and not bitter. And that's what this card is telling me. In the beginning of the week, you may encounter a situation that's brand new, or maybe it's something that you've been going through for quite a while. You just need to soften your approach on it and approach it from a loving stance. And even if it's something that someone has done to you that is not acceptable, show that love to yourself. I mean, I know we're supposed to love our enemies, but somehow I just can't grasp that concept. I feel that I don't love them. I don't want to hate them. I just want to feel neutral, okay? Because hatred is a very toxic feeling to feel, and it poisons you, not the person that you're hating on, but it poisons you and it draws negative energy. So what I'm thinking here with this love changes the course of a life is that if you approach whatever you're going through in a gentle, loving way, forgiving yourself, especially self-love. Self-love is what I'm really getting from this card, that a lot of you people out there that are watching this really need to forgive yourself for what you didn't know. Because believe me, we were all in situations that we had no idea, what it was. But forgive yourself. Show yourself self-love, be more gentle with yourself. You're doing the best you can. And then the second card, card number 2, or the middle of the week, okay, is Prain Napar Amita, wisdom goddess of the 3 times. The writings of great beings have the voice of God within. So to me, I mean, what I'm getting from Spirit is like a course of studying something that, people from the past have learned, experienced, and want to pass on their wisdom. And this is something that, maybe you could pass on the wisdom of your life experiences to help other people. And what's coming to mind for me is that, maybe, starting a YouTube channel to help other people with what you've gone through and experienced, or maybe writing a book, which I've been procrastinating for the longest time. And I'm not a procrastinator, believe me. I usually, roll up my sleeves and get right down to it. But I've had a lot of feelings of reliving this stuff until I'm fully healed, that I could really write the book in an unbiased way. But what I'm getting from this is the writings of great beings. And I have a whole library here of, Paramahansa Yogananda, whether it's, Asian philosophy like that, or even Eckhart Tolle, people that have inspired us through books that are self-help, knowledge, things that you could base your spiritual path on. And, maybe some of you out there need to study up on these things. Maybe read some of these books, maybe share the knowledge that you have, maybe write a book. And then the third and last card, the end of the week, is Ver Awar Ahi Creation Fusion Mandala, Bliss Swirls of Delight. Focus on beauty, manifest harmony, and oh, how beautiful is this? And I'll tell you, if you wake up each day and the first thing you focus on is something that is beautiful, something that is positive, something that is worthwhile, it's going to set the tone for your entire day. And the first thing I think of when I think of, focus on beauty is nature. Nature is so healing, and it is so available to everybody. But, the beauty that's around us often gets overlooked because we have so many things that are going on in our lives where, we're responsible, for families, our household, our job, that we overlook the signs and synchronicities and the beauty that's unfolding in front of us. And I'll tell you, on my Facebook page every day, I take pictures of nature, whether it is a flower, a tree, the lake, a bird that lands on my deck, whatever it is that I could convey to other people, to focus your intention on this. This is being overlooked. We're too serious all the time, and truly, how you set the tone for your day is going to determine what kind of day you're having. So, this is telling you that, you have the ability to manifest harmony in your life, because whatever you focus on, okay, becomes your reality. So, if you want to focus on the negative, the doom and gloom, the toxicity, whatever, that's going to become your reality day in and day out. But if you focus on the beauty that surrounds you, the simple things in life, and I don't mean to sound corny, but I'm one of those people that will notice the simple things in life that could bring you happiness and joy that most people overlook. And I wasn't always like that, because I too was caught up in the rat race where, I was constantly focusing on the day-to-day responsibilities. And while you're doing that, life is passing you by. So basically, this card is telling you to live in the moment, focus on the beauty that surrounds you. And when you focus on that, the beautiful, powerful, positive energy is going to flow through you, and it's going to bring harmony in your life. And what a perfect time for the weekend is when we get to go out in nature. We get to slow down. We get to take some time for ourselves. So Make it a point this weekend, or for those of you that picked card number 3, you need to focus on the beauty that surrounds you. Appreciate all that there is. Spend some time in nature. What a beautiful reading. If you've enjoyed this reading, please like it by giving it a thumbs up, share it, and above all, subscribe, because I will be back with more.